Hand clap to the massive guys, we are finally back again for another one on the one and only Mystelics reaction. And guys, we are back for the second one, guys. Big up the Mystelics YouTube family for definitely tuning into another reaction today, guys. And of course, the newcomers out there, big up all yourself as well for definitely tuning into this year reaction video, guys. More vibrations, more scene. Well, not from the devil, but hey, we on the SKERRIT vibe, man. I don't know why I spell it. That's kind of crazy, bro. But of course, big up all yourself one time. Definitely don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification if you've not done so. Definitely do that, guys. Click the subscribe button, click the bell, and then click all, and you'll be pretty much notified when you see my videos right there. And then some of you guys have definitely been subscribing, so big up to you guys one time. And guys, click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate it right there. Click the thumbs up button. Very free indeed. Very free indeed. Hallelujah. Just click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that right there. Now guys, in the previous reaction, which of course you can definitely check out in the first comment in the comment box below as well, guys, this video was actually something that was circulating, and let me reiterate it or bring it back for you guys, for those of you who haven't seen it yet. This one,
all with hearts and hands and fountain, we must prosper song.
Anyways, guys, she made a statement, guys, and this is the statement that she made right there. She made a statement, guys. That's something else. I think this is on a Facebook or something. She made a statement, and of course this was sent to me as well. She was saying, I wasn't aware I had to sing the national anthem until late this afternoon. Right there, being on the big stage for the first time isn't easy. Actually mentioned that there's a possibility that she was nervous, or felt a little, uneasy, uneasy. Anyways, guys, she felt uneasy. Probably that's why she was closing her eyes and probably singing and stuff. But my girl, you have the paper in front of you. Why do you close your eyes for? If you don't know the words and you have the words in front of you, which it clearly seemed that you had the words in front of you when you were looking down and stuff. I don't have this video there. Yeah, she looked like she was looking down, unless she was praying to the Father, help me make it true. But she of course was saying these things, and you had the paper in front of you. Read the paper now. You closing your eyes as if you're chanting a psalm. So you like a whole, what they call these people there? There's people that does chant. There's chanties. Them chanting people. There's people that do yoga. Anyways, guys, she stated, we are all humans and do make mistakes indeed. But if you have the paper in front of you, my girl, it's one thing to be nervous. Open your eyes and read the paper now. Open your eyes and read the paper. You can't read the paper with your eyes closed. You see me? To all those who gave me support, I say thanks. And to the critics out there, I also say thank you. Well, it's not really people criticizing you. I mean, it's just funny to watch you come on stage and singing, and then you had your eyes closed and stuff, and then you're talking about you were nervous, which I understand. But if you're nervous and you don't know the words, watch the paper, my girl. That's all you had to do. Anyways, guys, moving on right there from Sister Mary, Sandra Clarence. This is something that was sent to me as well with the understanding of Angelo Allen. And of course, this is what they had to say right there. To every Dominican at home and abroad who truly loves our beloved island Dominica, please recognize very dangerous situations in which Prime Minister SKERRIT has now put our beloved country. With this violent, by the way, guys, I saw another video of I will react to that tomorrow. I think I'll just do one video. Thank God I'm going back to one video. I pray God I go back to one video. But hey, guys, if you have to send me stuff, send me through. I ain't mad at that at all. But it's just that it just be, on you sometimes. I can't imagine those who have been doing this for years, man. Dropping 2-3 videos per day, man. That's crazy right there. Anyways, guys, so Angelo Allen is pretty much saying, with his violent threat against the citizens of our land, we all have a duty to try saving the land of our birth. Do not participate in any national elections in Dominica without electoral reform, as recommended by Sir Dennis Byron, OECS, the Commonwealth of Nations. Okay, the Prime Minister and his powerful allies in Russia, China, Venezuela, and North Korea have recently gotten into an agreement to threaten the United States. What? Well, I will not be part of that. What? You can threaten US? I'm not in it, sir. I'm not in it. I'm making sure, guys. How dare the U.S. Department of State? Yo, but I not in that. I want in them. I want in them. All right, they on their own there. Okay, all right then. Using Dominica and his Prime Minister, President as their primary point of stop it now before it's too late. No reform, no elections. I agree. No reform, no elections. I don't know what the Prime Minister doing in crazy. I hear there are some individuals that came in from Russia and another place, Iran or wherever. 2 people from Russia and 4 people from Iran come down Dominica to do what? A special plane came. Some people told me that they actually saw the plane in Marigot or wherever they saw the plane. They saw the plane. So if that is the case, what are you doing there? If that is all right. All you own there. I want people don't listen. All you have the Prime Minister doing all you want. Okay then. And then come in and lie to the people again. We will talk about it in a moment, guys. We'll talk about it in a moment. Talking about movements, guys. Remember the Prime Minister promised this in 2014? Just like the international airport that is not built yet or restart. It recently restart. As soon as election announced, some people go and start clearing the area again. Yes, we're making it seem, hey, international airport bill. If you're foolish enough to believe that, boy, something wrong with all, yeah. But anyways, guys, let's listen to what the Prime Minister was talking about right there.
And that is what Labour is giving to you.
Poverty.
And so, you have a Workers' Party, no leader. Every organization for it to function properly must have a strong and determined leader.
So, Mr. Prime Minister, you're telling me that you knew when they were going to meet, November 27th. I myself didn't know that. I heard that from your mouth, stating when they were going to meet for them to select a leader. You choose that you're so strong to decide to call elections before they selected a leader. Now you're on platform talking about how weak they are because they didn't select leader. Why didn't you wait? Mr. Prime Minister, come on, with all common sense, and you like to play psychology on people and so forth and so forth. Mr. Prime Minister, if you so know you're strong, why didn't you wait for 2 things? 1, for the leader of the opposition to be selected, and 2, for electoral reform to take place, which you commissioned, paying about 400 and something thousand US, was it US dollars? 400 and something $1,000. I don't know if it's EC or US. He paid to Dennis Byron for him to do electoral reform, and when they were about to implement it, he called election when the letter was sent to Lennox November 6th, which was going to be implemented in November 2022. All the way phase 1 and then phase 2, which would be implemented passed through Parliament by April of 2023. You did not wait. Yet still you coming on stage and want to pretend as if that these people were in positions and they just wasted time just waiting for you to call elections, and then nothing was being done. The only reason why the other people are not contesting the election because they are waiting for the very thing that you commissioned, which is electoral reform. But like I said before in previous videos, you know that you would not win free and fair elections as a result of electoral reform. You know this. Anthony Astafans told you in a letter. You know this. Yet still you coming on stage and pretending as if you people don't see the letters and this kind of things there. Really?
A leader who can articulate the vision and the mission of the organization, who can lead his troops to battle, lead his troops to the development of Dominica.
So this is not war, development of Dominica. True. What has developed in Dominica? You're talking about leading troops to the development of Dominica. What has developed in Dominica? Has the people developed? Have people developed, or is the constant need of dependency upon you, Mr. Prime Minister? Is that what you call development? When the people have been constantly protesting all throughout the years, every sector, even the little ones were out in the streets after Kenisha went missing, and all the things that were happening to the little ones, and they protesting and saying they stop this type of thing against them. I can't say certain words sometimes because YouTube like to, stop it against them. Every sector under your watch, Mr. Prime Minister, really? You doing good, so? There's another video I'll react to it, guys. Don't afraid. Tomorrow, look out for that.
Who is the leader of the Workers' Party tonight?
You know when they were going to meet. You knew this. Lennox literally stepped down to give somebody else another chance for them to organize. Lennox has been the greatest and best opposition leader I've ever seen in Dominica. The things that he brought forth to the public as a journalist, that is what you call a journalist. Using his skill set and reading between the lines to even correct. Why is that partner name from Maho? Blackmore? When he making statements about hurricane disaster relief, whatever, and they checking, what is that? They have to correct you. So even the very fine print of things that people come in and say in Parliament, Lennox correcting them. Lennox hold the responsibility. That is the lead. That is what the opposition leader is supposed to do. That is what the opposition is supposed to do. Hold you accountable to the things that you have said. Look at what you have said. Even when you mentioned the international airport, and Lennox was talking about the very fund. If it wasn't for Lennox them who made you admit how much was in the fund that you say you were setting up for the airport, nobody would know. So you're talking about leadership, really, my brother? You've brought Dominica down to the very ground. And not just the ground, man, looking to dig the ground to see how deep they can get, even though they touch rock bottom. That is something else.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, let us understand. This is not time for any bickering.
But that's what you're doing right now. You literally bickering and saying this is not time for bickering. But it's not easy though.
Not time for any little issues to set us aside.
But that's what you're doing, Mr. PM.
This is about the Dominica and securing what we have done under difficult times in Dominica.
What have you done under difficult times in Dominica? Compared to the rest of the Caribbean islands, Dominica is the worst. And it pains me to say this because I literally went across the Caribbean to see. Even when I came back, they still had mask mandate in Dominica. Nowhere else had this. Nowhere else had this. I remember when gas prices were going down in one of the islands that I was in. And Dominica own was still high. And we wondered, and the people wondered, but how come Dominica own still high? Which gas they take in? Which gas they take in? People, foreigners. Boy, foreigners that find out I'm from Dominica wondered what on earth is going on in Dominica. When people from other Caribbean islands who have no dealings with Dominica hearing about Dominica and wondered what on earth is going on in Dominica, me that have to defend Dominica. Me that have to defend Dominica and tell them about the incompetency of our leader. Dominica is a beautiful place. It's nice, great. Come and visit. Go to the Surfers Pass if you have a backache. Go to the Surfers Pass and relax and think. If you want to do hiking, go hiking. I showed you some of my videos. They have come down. Some of them actually came down for the festival and did some hiking as well. So I know. But when they heard all these kind of things that's taking place in Dominica, they say wondering what is wrong with the people of Dominica. And I asked myself that question last night when I see the people, the very people complaining, saying things are bad in Dominica, and they pull up in Borough Square in front of the very people who keeping them down. And they a month ago or 2 months ago was saying budget things hard, and see them screaming when they clap in the air and blowing. It had one that had them kind of haunting blowing. And I watch Mr. Anyways.
Sometimes we allow the opposition people to get into our minds.
But that's what you're doing. How they get into the minds? By telling the truth of what is happening. You called for electoral reform. They also agreed about electoral reform because they realized that the voters list need to clear a number of people. The voters list is not it is the present voters list is not at the best that it's supposed to be. There are a number of names on that thing that should not be there. People who have been overseas for longer than 5 years are still on the voters list. It is to be cleared. That is what is needed. That is what is needed. You knew these things was happening at the same time Lennox them received the letter. That is when you call elections.
And question what this government has done, what this party has done for this country.
You gave people houses, and I agree some people need the houses, true. And then some people who by as a result of what you have done to the economy, they also needed houses. But you're doing this so that these people can remain loyal to you. You doing this so that these people can remain loyal to you, not on the basis of the merit of you developing Dominica. What Dominica has developed, the amount of businesses that has closed down in Dominica as a result of economy. You mean to tell me economy doing so well that businesses literally closing down? Look at your St. John School is closing down. St. John Academy is closing down. I don't know if that is the case, but I saw something saying that St. John's Academy is closing down. Oh, okay.
Look at COVID.
And all you was post-mod yesterday. boy.
When COVID came in this world, Dominica was the first Caribbean country to be able to test for COVID-19.
That is lies, sir. Trinidad was doing it already. Trinidad was doing it already, and what all you was doing when you come to testing? How come no other Caribbean islands decided to send stuff to Dominica to test? How come it's Dominica alone that apparently was the first one, and yet no other Caribbean island was sending their stuff to Dominica to test? You mean to tell me Dominica was the first one amongst the other Caribbean islands that couldn't test, and the other Caribbean islands did not send their tests to come to Dominica? That making sense to you? But it sounds nice on paper though.
The first, and had it not been for the leadership of this country, the Labour Party, mobilizing resources, much more people could have died.
So you shut down the country, and then give people stimulus package. Yet at the same time you're building a mansion. Let me move on. I heard the Prime Minister talking about his freedom, his leader of Freedom Party and this kind of things there.
Lead his troops to the developed leader of the Freedom Party.
You heard him saying that, right? Okay, let me play it again.
This, ladies and gentlemen, I am the leader of the Freedom Party.
To me, Freedom Party is green, eh? But he said it again.
So if Freedom have a leader, that's me.
So Freedom have a leader, that's him. And you think it's a mistake that day. That's not a mistake, no guys. Take a listen.
Responsible and transparent in how we run the CBI program. Before us, we don't know how ministers are spending the money with CBI. Ministers never came and tell us, okay, well, I did the bridge, or I did a house, or I did this with CBI money. And I'm talking here as a Freedom Party man.
This is not the first time he have said this. So if you think it's a mistake he make, wearing red shirt and coming on the Labour Party stage and saying he's the leader of the Freedom Party, what does that say about you guys, the Labour Party people? Who is all your leader? Who is all your leader now?
Or I did a house, or I did this with CBI money. And I'm talking here as a Freedom Party man.
This is like a few months earlier on, you know, guys. That's this year. He said this. This is not mistake. This is not a mistake. So if you think he make a mistake there.
This, ladies and gentlemen, I am the leader of the Freedom Party. So if Freedom have a leader, that's me.
So look, some people uneven about what he said there, but that's not a mistake. Anyways, guys, the Prime Minister has been talking about as if them people were caught and whatnot. I sent the message with about Dennis Byron right there. This is the report on MITC, Mass in the Cemetery, right there. This is the report right there, guys. This is what Byron was proposing, the draft that was not attached to the letter. Well, that was attached to the letter but not made public. Right there, in relation to qualifications of persons to be registered as an electoral poll. Okay, I got the edge of this. This is the letter. It was pieced out. So you guys can read this stuff for yourself right there. No account shall be taken in the resident of person in the polling, blah, blah, blah. The place of ordinary residence shall be deemed to be the general place that the person can, go and vote and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Habitat the home such as blah, blah. You guys can read this stuff right there, okay? So you see in the different things that was being put in place. Voter ID cards. Okay? I want to make this thing bigger for you guys to read. This is the voter ID cards. In connection with the registration of personal electoral, the chief registration officer of the registering officers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you guys can read this stuff. Anyways, we're going back to the real meat of this stuff right there. Of course, voter ID cards, voter identification cards, or voter identification card issued pursuant to regulation. This shall be, form set Form 7, first schedule, and shall be signed by Chief Registrar. So they have to sign that stuff to approve, you know. Voter ID identification card shall be made available to the elector, that's you, the people who vote in, who acknowledge receipt of the card by signing and making his or her mark in the book of the registrar, I guess, to be provided for the purpose. Anyways, that is one thing. So voter ID cards is definitely one of the stuff that they were talking about right there. The expiration of the voter ID cards, how long will it last? Guys, I didn't read the full thing. I just got this thing so I can show it to guys. If you guys want to read this stuff for yourself, you can go check it out right there. So these are some of the stuff that they wanted to implement as of November 2022 right there. Okay, so the Prime Minister talking all his talk, just blage, all his talk. Talk about people weren't ready, and Ian coming as the mascot of the DLP, the what do you call that again, the hype man. Ian the hype man, talking about the catcher with the pants down. Even after CCJ rule and say that things need to be rectified in the elections, CCJ said this because they realized that there's something wrong, and they'll say in other words, CCJ saw the things that of the 2019 election and said that something needs to be done. They didn't say okay, what is happening in the 2019? They could clearly see that there were things in the 2019 elections that rendered the election to not be free and fair. They saw it. They decide, okay, it happened already, let's pass on, but these things moving forward need to be rectified. These things are being rectified. The Prime Minister decided to call elections before they came in, and the same month they were supposed to organize for them to start the phase 1. The Prime Minister decided, hey, you know what? If that goes through, I will most likely lose. And even Anthony Astafans agreed that you most likely use your legacy. He said your legacy of re-election will be tainted. So it seems like it's not on the basis of the people selecting who should be their leader. Okay, you've served your time. Thanks for your time. Okay, you've made a lot of money. We take care of you for a number of years and what have you. You know, you didn't have to do the craziness that people have to actually do on a day-to-day basis. You were running the country. Okay, we decide we want somebody else new. You say no. We want free and fair elections. You know, you said no. No free and fair elections happening there today. I'm going to call elections. And when I call elections, I will win again for another 5 years. Not for another 2.5 years, you know. Another 5 years. So he decides he wants to call it now so he can win and then retire in 2.5 years. And whoever is the leader that he put, either Vince, most likely it's Vince Henderson is going to be put in. And then you ask yourself, what does Vince's record show? You only know somebody based on the record that they show. This is one of the reasons why I side with Lennox Linton, you know. And I side with Thompson Funkton because they have a record. Lennox Linton did a great job as an opposition leader. Let's see what he can do as a leader. He decided to retire, that's fine. Thompson Funkton might be the new leader. Thompson has done magic in Sudan, you know. Magic in Sudan. So we'll see. I saw Thompson Funkton. Thompson is not Thompson, it's Thompson. Thomson. Thompson Funkton. I saw him in some kind of meeting they had earlier on today. So I was like, hey, he's in Dominica. Yeah, okay, cool, great. Big question is, what is going to happen next? I know November 27, I believe they're going to be having a meeting for them to select a leader of the party. Hopefully he takes it. Because then we can clearly see that he has a track record before. I don't believe in people who don't have any track record. This is why I have no faith in the new people that come in. Even if they were to win elections on a free and fair basis, the new ones are coming in. Yes, give them a chance, but we give SKERRIT a chance, and look at how we screw up the entire country. And then he come in and tell people as if he do a great job, as if we not seen the amount of businesses that closing down. We not seen the amount of young people that trying to leave Dominica. We not seen all these things taking place. People going and trying to come and beg. Magwesa, you close down financial center. They close down financial center, but you stop the red clinic vibes because you realize people constantly coming to you, and money was dwindling. Not true. So we have to pretend as if this thing wasn't taking place, and then you realize that was not good for you, so you didn't want to participate in that. Really? Really? Then come in and complain and say, where was the leader of the opposition? When you know. Then come in and complain in the previous video that I mentioned. Check out the previous video in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. The Prime Minister himself complained about leader, saying leader, who does that? Leader leaving after 3 years of elections, then coming to do the same thing. He coming to do the same thing, but this time 2.5 years. All you could in that place there, boy. All you could in that place there, for real. But hey, who's Mystelics now? Who am I? Who am I to be? I seen things happening. I'm just an observant person, you know. God has created me for a number of gifts. One of them is my voice, 1, and 2, that thing, you see that eye socket. Oh, that socket, they don't easy. That socket does boy. I don't think that normal. Sometimes I just free to open my eyes and I say, no, sir, I don't want to see. You see, you don't want to see, you just do and see again. So I have to stop that. Rebuke all that, I have to see. He with eyes to see, let him see. And it's not those things we're talking about. Anyways, if all has to do right there, guys, give this video a thumbs up. Let me see. Let me see your comments in the comment box below, guys. Let me know your thoughts in this regard. And guys, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification. Check out the previous link, like I said it before, in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Remember, guys, be real. Tell the wicked at people them stop their dirty ways. We still have to be positive. That's an interesting thing right there. Boom, bang.